2.5 FM. Now, recruiting tips, advice, and better ways to train. B3 Better presents The Amateur's Edge with Jerrian Sanders, Randy Wade, and A.D. Roberts.
Good morning, and welcome to The Amateur's Edge. This is your host, Jerrian Sanders, Cleo Lemon, and Satara Butt.
Okay, can I change my name? I've been meaning to tell you. I'm Satara J.
Satara J?
Yes.
Why the change in the name?
Because that's who I am in the sports world. That's my broadcast journalism name.
What is J? J's your middle name?
Yes.
Janine?
We don't have time for you to guess.
Okay.
You know what?
Have we run this through the government yet?
Juicy.
Juicy?
Have we run this through the government
So
yet?
let's reverse
we
that.
have run
Juicy
it by
C.
the government. You know, Prince was just Prince, so I can be Satara J.
Okay.
Because people don't know
I
what you're
wanna
talking
change
about.
my
Like, they
name.
know my radio personality is totally different.
Okay.
You know,
wanna
you got
change my
Beyonce, you got
name.
Sasha Fierce. You can't change your name. You just Lemon. You
You know what the crazy thing is that my dad gave me the nickname Juice when I was born. So everybody from my hometown
knows you as Juice.
calls me Juice. No one calls me Cleo.
Can I?
So
Yeah.
when people, when you see me walk and you hear someone say Juice, they from the
They
crib.
know. They
It
know
all
you.
makes sense.
I
Can
gotta
you
know,
give us the
Cleo.
story
I
behind
gotta
that
know.
real quick?
Hold up.
How many times have you heard, "Call me Cleo"?
Hey, listen. Somebody was joking with me this week about that. I said, man, them my people.
For your free tarot reading, call me Cleo.
Call me
Come
right
on,
now.
Casey,
Come
listen
here right
to Casey.
now.
Casey, where you get that from?
Hey, Casey got a
mama.
little soul in him, man. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna let you
Call
do
me
that.
now.
Listen.
Hey, y'all just keep hanging out with me, okay?
Casey got a little soul in him.
So for our listening audience, because we know you can't see Casey, I'm going to take a selfie with Casey after the show and post it
Okay.
on my social media so y'all can see who Cleo just was.
Good deal. Hey, so look, we got a big game tomorrow, the Super Bowl. Who you guys predicting?
Ooh, man. You gonna go with the points? You gonna go with the money line? Like, what we doing out here? Well, how we gonna make some money?
I'm just going with the storylines. I like the storylines. I just want it to be a good game. I don't
Me
want
too.
anybody to get blown out.
Right.
The money. The money.
So
It's
where's the
always
money
about
going?
That's
Okay,
what
so
I'm talking about. Where's the
They're
money?
picking the 49ers, right?
Really?
Isn't
Ooh,
Vegas
49ers
picking
are
the
favorite?
49ers?
Yeah, they're favored by 2 right now.
Yeah, they are. So but I think that's just because you can't beef up Pat, because we know that if Vegas goes with Pat, then I think they're going with the 49ers because they want to get more money put in, right? Because we know that if Pat wins again, 28 years old,
Right.
and third Super Bowl,
Right.
they could be talking about him all
Right.
off season.
Right.
And
Well-
they don't really want to. So now they want to talk about Mr. Irrelevant.
Right. Well, if you match them up and you look on paper, the 49ers are a superior team on paper.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, dude, look at they
Because
got
you know their
Roster.
names?
No, they got an all-world tight end.
Okay.
They got an all-world athlete in Debo. They got
Yeah.
an all-world
Because
running
you
back.
know their names.
And the defense is
Solid.
like,
It's
So
arguably the best
Pacheco is not a good running back?
no, he's definitely great, but he's not
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey.
at all.
He's not. What about Chris Jones? Is he a superstar?
He's a dog. He's
What
a
about
superstar.
Snead, the corner from Kansas City? He's
He
nice.
is good.
He's nice.
He's
So are
good?
you going with the 49ers?
No, what I'm saying is
I'm sorry, the Chiefs.
So what I'm saying is because everyone knows the
Their
name
names.
of the major
Mhm.
players for San Francisco, they instantly say they're the better team. But
I don't know. if I
all
agree with
those
that.
guys for Kansas City, I'm talking about every piece
got
of the
game.
puzzle can play ball.
They got game. I'm going to say this. I think it's really about the coaching this game. It's going to be who can put together the best defensive scheme. And in my opinion, Steve has shown throughout his career that you can't call his defense. You don't know what they're going to do.
Mhm.
And in my opinion, you take experience
Oh, which
over
coordinator we're
inexperience.
talking about though?
I'm talking about Steve
Which Steve?
Spag.
Okay, you're talking about Spags. 'Cause
Yes.
You got Wilkes on the other side. He's
Oh,
a
right.
Steve,
You're
too.
right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm talking about Steve Spags.
Okay.
I think his ability to draw up a scheme that's going to get Brock just mentally disoriented, I think that's going to be the key. I think you're going to see a lot of blitzing, a lot of rushing. I think you're going to see a lot of movement on the defense to kind of throw Brock off. Like, I really think the 49ers will not get it together until the second half, because I think it's going to take halftime for them to figure out what's going on.
So you saying Purdy is going to see stuff he hadn't seen all year.
Exactly. And I don't think he's going to know what to do with it, because he's not been in this position before. And you can't so they'll be able to coach him on the sideline when offense goes 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. But that's not going to help him when he's in real live.
So how do you feel about Shanahan's game plan? So offensively for the 49ers, you think Shanahan's game plan is not going to give him an opportunity for success? Because that's what it sounds like.
I think it can, but I mean, I'm partial to Andy Reid, and I just think Andy is so cool, calm, and collected, and he trusts his coordinators. I just think they have more experience on that sideline. And I'm not necessarily picking the Chiefs. I'm just talking about experience right now. Because in real life game scenario, your coaches, they can yell at you from the sideline and yell at you in your ear, but when Brock is standing over his offensive line and that defense is shifting and you got linebackers looking like they're coming to blitz, but they go back in coverage, I think they're just going to ruffle his feathers.
Agreed. So who's your pick?
I don't have it.
No
I do have a pick. Usher. I just want to see his shirt off. Oh.
Cleo, Juice, who you picking?
I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to go back and forth. I think they're both going to put up points. Oh,
come on, we don't have all day, sir.
You know what?
Go with your heart.
Give me them 49ers.
Okay.
Give me them 49ers.
Who you got, Jerry?
I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I enjoy watching greatness, and I want to see Mahomes. I actually want to see Mahomes overtake Brady.
Oh, I would like to see that too.
So I'm going for the Chiefs in this one.
Casey, who you got? I'm interested to hear.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers because you might be interested in greatness, but I'm just interested in not the same thing every year. Gosh, man, we were so inundated with Gronk and Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
You're right.
And then we'll have another person that will try really hard. It's like, no, I want Patrick Mahomes and his friend's girlfriend and all of them to just not be a part of it for, can we give me 5 to 10?
But this what I would predict. I would say if the Chiefs win, Taylor Swift is going to get a ring. Not a Super Bowl ring. She's going to get a ring after the game.
Ring.
I got a prop bet for
I
you.
thought you was going to say Taylor Swift will get the MVP.
I got a prop bet.
She'll get MVP before she get a ring.
Kelsey is going to propose.
No, he will not.
Look here.
I didn't say he was going to marry her.
I got a prop bet for y'all.
I said he's
You
going
ready?
to propose.
You ready for this bet?
I didn't say he's going to marry her.
Come on,
He's
Kelsey.
You ready for this bet? Okay.
What you got?
Over under on the years that Taylor Swift is performing at the Super Bowl. Come at your boy.
She is. I think Usher's going to bring her out. I think
No.
she's gonna get a surprise
I'm
performance.
talking about she gets her own, like Usher. She gets her own, like this year. Taylor Swift will be at the Super Bowl. That'll be in two years, 3 years.
Next year?
No.
She hasn't been on. She's never done it before.
She will be now. I will tell y'all this. I will tell y'all this. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, she's going to be in a lot of the commercials. I guarantee
you that. Oh, my gosh, like a good name. I got to switch insurance companies then.
Swifties are there.
She ain't going to make that relationship ain't going to make it
I'm
through
going
24.
to the general.
There you go.
That relationship not going to make it through
Shaq,
2024.
so I'm going to the general.
We got to wrap it up, guys.
Whoever wins, though, I will say the score is going to look something like 30-24. I don't know who's going to get what, but I think it's going to be towards that. I think defense is going to really take over the game. I don't think it's going to be a shootout like Cleo said.
We'll see. They got to play the game tomorrow. But this show is going to be a carryover from last week's show.
Yeah,
Women's sports and the lack of support for women's sports, and what should we do to get more engagement and get behind these women, because there are very talented women out there who don't get the acknowledgement that we think they deserve. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and get some fan feedback on that. We'll have you guys call in at 641-1010.
Don't forget the 904 before that.
Yep, don't forget the 904. I forgot we got another area code now. So
I know y'all told me that last week. I don't know what it is, but
we think we're better than those people.
There we go.
Sorry.
We want to wrap up this segment. So listen, guys, don't forget to call in on the next segment. Jason, we know you're holding on the line. We'll bring you back in the next segment. So call us at 904-641-1010. And listen, if you or anyone out there in our listening audience would like to know how to become a sponsor of Amateur's Edge, give us a call. Don't wait any longer. 856-296-5108. Let's talk about what it would look like to sponsor Amateur's Edge, just like this segment, which is being brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Reach them at 904-996-6922, or you can visit them at premierptjax.com today for the Premier experience. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5. We'll be right back after this.
Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6922 or visit premierptjax.com today. Experience the Premier difference and take your first step towards a healthier, stronger you. Premier Physical Therapy, where Jacksonville comes to heal. premierptjax.com.
I'm Justin Nornduff, creator of DVS, a medically backed pitching development program designed to develop young throwers' arms safely. We are excited to be launching our Florida Development Center at B3 Better in Jacksonville. To celebrate DVS, we are offering a free virtual coaches clinic and also giving away 20 free teen DVS and athletic assessments at B3 Better. To register for the clinic and your team's chance to win, go to b3better.com/DVS and secure your spot today.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
I love to listen to XL Primetime, but it's on while I'm at work.
You can't listen all day, every day, but you can catch what you missed.
Good thing I can listen on demand.
Go on demand at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy.
Tacos and sports go hand in hand, literally. You can watch sports with a taco in each hand, or with a taco in one hand and a surfboard in the other. Don here from Taco Lou. I love sports, and since you're listening to this station, you love sports as well. If you love sports and tacos, then Taco Lou is calling your name. We always have the game on here, or you can call in a to-go order to watch at home, or let us cater your next watch party. Catering for the holidays? No problem. Taco Lou in Jax Beach. Cheers to tacos, sports, holidays with the family, and tequila.
Hi Jags fans, Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the Garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com. 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville, the amateur's edge. Brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
Y'all know what that drop is? Y'all know what that is? Cleo, go ahead. They can't see you, but give us some shoulders.
Get loose, Juice. Get loose, Juice. Get loose. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please stop.
I'm just the hype man.
If you're not gonna spit like 8 bars, then stop. If you're doing all like, that is not like you about to rap.
We're back. Welcome back to the Amateur's Edge. This is your host, Jerrian Sanders, and we have a call on the line. Caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing today, Jason?
Oh, living the dream. How y'all doing? Waiting to see them 49ers
Jason.
win.
So you've had a whole nother week to come up with some more stats for us. So we're excited to hear what you're bringing to the show.
Y'all missed that.
What'd he say?
You talking about he waiting on the 49ers win.
Oh, you got money on it, Jason?
He got his heart on it. He got his heart on it.
I got my heart. Yeah, I got my heart on it.
Why is your heart in it? Are you a 49ers fan?
Ever since first grade.
What?
I'm not,
How did that come
and
about?
this
You're
is,
5 or 6 in the first grade. How do you pick the 49ers at that age?
well, I was a 49er fan before the 49ers were actually good.
Okay.
Like when I was a Jerry Rice fan, a Roger Craig fan, a Joe Montana fan, a Steve Young fan. So I have a little more investment in it. You know, like I've been in a couple of fights in my childhood years because of 49ers wins and losses.
Wow.
So yeah. So like I have love for the team, good and bad.
Awesome. Right. Well, I'm sure you'll be bleeding your red and gold. So listen, you were very passionate about our topic last week, and you were spitting off stats. We couldn't even keep up with you. So let's rattle some of these things off so we can have a conversation with you and our other listeners about it. And don't forget, you guys, even though Jason's on the line, you can still call in. Give us your feedback on this topic. We're talking about women's sports versus men's sports and the lack of support. So we feel that women's sports has versus men's sports. Call us at 904-641-1010XL. And Jason, you rattled off some stats last week, talked about Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka. Can you recap those for us?
Okay, yeah. First, I want to say that I've been married for 18 years. I also want to say I have a daughter. And I also want to say some of my best bosses in my career have been women. So I want to say that.
Well, shout out to your wife and your daughter. Congratulations on 18 years of marriage. That's awesome.
Thanks. But a lot of times I think that we tend to emphasize the gender pay gap in traditional male sports, i.e. the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball, while overlooking the substantial earnings and popularity of female athletes in sports where they dominate, i.e. tennis, soccer, track and field, and even UFC. We're looking at now, and there are certain things I want us to put in perspective. One, the WNBA has never made a profit. Women's tennis is more popular than men's tennis. Women's soccer is at times just as popular as men's soccer. Women's track and field is just as popular as men's track and field. If a woman is a star in a sport, that woman will get paid. Let's look back at Ronda Rousey. When she dominated UFC, she was the top, and she got paid. Another thing, Serena Williams' lifetime earnings is comparable to any lifetime earnings male during her sports career. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about i.e. Patrick Mahomes. I'm talking about i.e. LeBron James. I also want to take into consideration that we do live in America, and America is a capitalistic country. I think I'm going to say, like, if a woman can make a profit for an owner, it doesn't matter if she's a male or a woman. She will get paid.
Right.
Naomi Osaka made $51 million. Elon Musk made $20 million. Venus Williams, and this is yearly earnings. Venus Williams, $12 million, 2022. Simone Biles, $10 million, 2022. Megan Rapinoe, $5.7 million. Ronda Rousey, lifetime earnings, $14 million. Angela Reese, NIL college, $1.7 million. Sha'Carri Richardson allegedly got paid on her Nike deal $20 million.
Wow.
And then we, like, lesser known, Allison Phoenix. Like, so for us to say when we're putting things in a box and we're just talking about the WNBA that has never made a profit, and i.e., I want to make a point that 51% of the United States are female and 49% are male.
Right. Jason, hold that.
Males. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Because you're rattling off so many stats. I don't want our listeners to get lost because you are making some great points. So we want to deal with some of the things you said so far. So Jerrian and Cleo, so my question to you guys would be, he's talked about sports like tennis and soccer. And my question would be, because these sports are heavily supported by certain ethnicity groups, is that why we see the stars of those sports being heavily supported in their pay? What do you think about that?
I would say it definitely has something to do with it because, if you're a fan of tennis, right, and you just want to see somebody do something incredible, why does it matter what they look like? You know what I mean? When you're talking about females, it doesn't matter if the shade of their skin, right? But the point is, how do we start trying to get more of these type of athletes involved in the sport instead of choosing the WNBA, right? Why won't you choose as a kid to be a part of tennis, to be a part of something that will pay you your value? You see what I'm saying? Because they're growing the game of basketball. It's a great game. But to his point, a lot of women are making a lot more money in golf, in tennis, where the viewer wants great product, and they could care less about what color their skin is.
And they're supporting it.
Right.
And for me, like, if we look at oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jason.
And just to tie into that, when you look at the NFL, when I was a kid, the best athlete, what position did they play in football? They were the running back. Today, the best athlete, where do they play? Quarterback.
Yeah,
because that's where
you got to look at this too. They're devaluing that position as well.
The running back position.
The running back
they
position.
have greatly.
So now you're talking about in my conversation is always going to revolve about money, right? Where's the money flowing? Now these running backs are not getting those contracts.
Right.
So now they like, why would I go play running back? Right. I'm gonna go play another position where I can be a corner and get a 5-year, $60 million contract.
Right. Jerrian, you were getting ready to say?
No, I was speaking to Cleo's point. I think that when you talk about playing other sports and I guess chasing the money, I guess that all depends on the individual, right? So, like, for me, it comes back to what you're passionate about, right? So if basketball is what I grew up in, it's something I'm passionate about and I want to pursue, that's what I want to pursue. The ultimate question for me is, you go back, 2 weeks ago when LSU played South Carolina. It was one of the most viewed games. Like, it was more highly viewed than the Lakers versus the Celtics. High quality women's basketball. Why can't we consistently have that? Why was it that game? Why was that game? That wasn't a national championship game. That was a regular season game. Right. There's high levels of basketball. There's women playing high level of basketball. Why can't we? Why was that so much bought into versus the other games.
Because I would say this. I think
there were stars.
Yes, I think those teams are coached by very famous and well-known coaches, and then they recruit the best players in the country at those two programs.
So who is South Carolina's stars?
Malaysia Fawali.
Well, I mean, but the common person don't know, right? The common person knows who Angela Reese is, and they may know Haley Van Lith, right?
But to my point, they're trusting Dawn Staley.
Right.
They're trusting her and her eyes and her evaluations on bringing in the best talent. So they know if it's connected to Dawn Staley, they know she's going to have the best players. So I'm going to sit down and watch.
And not only that, you're also looking at the rankings of the teams, right? So I want to see number 1 play number 4. Is number 4 going to beat number 1? Because at that point, South Carolina, they were undefeated, and they looked like they were going to lose that game to LSU.
Right.
I will also bring in the factor of what because we are a part of it, the media frenzy that is created around these games, right? So you see the marketing leading up to these games, right? So if I'm sitting down watching TV the week of one of those games, I'm seeing the continual replay of that commercial that ESPN or whoever it was is going to be broadcasting number 1 South Carolina versus number 4 LSU. And we're also going to see the snippets on social media of Dawn Staley talking about the game. I can't think of LSU's coach's name right now. It just went out of my head. We're going to see her comments about it. We're going to see Angel talk about it. So there's so much media push behind it.
Right.
That's why we want to see it.
Right.
Would y'all agree?
So do we need to create more stars like Angela Reese?
Angel Reese?
Go ahead, Jason, real quick. I would like to say, like, do you think that in today's game, in today's market, Serena Williams would make, or Naomi Osaka would make much more money than a Tim Duncan? Because they're stars. Tim Duncan was not, he was a star he was on the court, but he wasn't a superstar.
Right.
Right.
Because he didn't have that charisma. Like, the women have to have charismatic stars.
But a lot of, to that point, though, again, and we can talk about this coming back out of this commercial break we're going to, is when you look at the media. So back when Tim Duncan was playing, some of these social media outlets were not as big as they are now. And when it comes to somebody like Malaysia Fawali, I didn't need to know her name to see that clip that went viral of her going behind. I didn't even know who she was until I saw that clip, right? Exactly. So, and again, the point of that is the media. We create this frenzy behind people who we may not know their name, but when we see that the video had 4.2 million views, now everyone's going to Google her. And if you notice, with AI intelligence and media, once you start typing something that has went viral, it automatically pops up.
It does.
Yeah.
So then everybody can find it. Yeah. Listen, the conversation is going to continue after this next commercial break. We need you guys to call in. What do you say in regards to women's sports? Should we support them more? How do we do that? How do we get behind women's sports so that, as Jerrian said, we can have more visual presence for a South Carolina game versus LSU throughout the season? This segment is being brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation. It's the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Give them a call at 904-996-6922. And if you or someone you know is a business owner and you're looking to hear your commercial during the hour of Amateur's Edge here on 1010XL, give us a call at 856-296-5108. We would love to talk to you about sponsorships. And listen, don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5 FM. We'll be right back after this break.
Unlock your true potential with the power of sports hypnosis, a power embraced by elite athletes worldwide. Experience the same techniques for peak performance that have propelled top professionals in the NFL, the NBA, MLB, and the PGA to new heights. So whether you're an aspiring athlete or a seasoned pro, HypnoFit tailors to all ages. Visit hypnofit.me today for more information to receive a free copy of AD's book, The Power of Sports Hypnosis. Step into greatness. Your journey to peak performance begins at hypnofit.me.
Step into the world of B3 Better Sports, where every athlete is an emerging champion. Tailor-made training programs based on science, crafted for your sport, your position, your ambition. Train smarter, not harder. Just 2 to 3 times a week is all it takes to unlock your true potential. Join the legacy of top athletes from Jax, transforming from aspiring to inspiring, on and off the field. B3 Better isn't just about sports. It's a launch pad for life successes. We're more than a program. We're a community. Rise above, excel, become the athlete you're destined to be with B3 Better Sports Performance.
Hi, I'm Caden, a Tom Coughlin J-Fund patient. I want to thank the players for being part of the J-Fund team and helping us tackle childhood cancer. It's 31 days until the players.
A customer with an older home and galvanized piping called saying they had poor water pressure. It smelled bad and was discolored. So we at Duck Duck Rooter sent a highly skilled manager to discuss options. How repiping the water lines would solve the issues. The result? Clean flowing water. Call for your free estimate, 904-862-6769. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jags. Serving commercial and residential, fully insured and certified plumbing contractor.
Cooking with Prisco.
These things are wonderful. You're going to love it. Have a rolling.
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
Well, hello there. Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming. With live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges. Or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Thanks to the coaches and the schools who believe in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is head coach Ferland Dormery of Trinity Christian Academy High School. Our athletic program selected Southeast Orthopedidic Specialists to work with our state championship football team and will continue to use them. We recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville, it's the Amateur's Edge. Brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
Cleo?
Here we go. Here we go.
You got to give us some bars.
Hey, it's coming.
Write something next week. Write something
Ooh,
next week.
that the way that beat dropped.
It's coming.
And we're back. Welcome to the Amateur's Edge. This is your host, Jerrian Sanders. Satira J.
Thank you.
The Juice Man himself.
I'm changing my name. Okay.
Juice.
Okay. Juice Man in the building.
There we go. Go ahead.
Go. No, go ahead.
So the last segment, our last caller, Jason, had mentioned women's soccer being paid more than men's, and I'm not sure how true that is, because I knew at one point. Yes. I knew at one point we had they had a big issue with not
okay.
getting paid just as much as men.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was like, I don't know how true that is, Jason. I knew again that there was a big back and forth with them about that. So for us, for me, I was trying to get to the bottom of that and did a little bit of research. So I know at one point, what was it, Megan Rapinoe?
Yeah, they were. They had, and I think when it comes to, so my question to you guys is, when you're looking at some of these sports that bring in so much money, and I believe that, like, the argument of that women's soccer team was how much money the sport brings in general, right? So when you look at these soccer stadiums, the people, it's filled for women's soccer and men's. So the argument is kind of like, it's not like the women are going to play in the same support, the same viewership, the same money, the same media contracts are still the same.
Right.
So why is the pay discrepancy so great? But my point to that would be, my argument would be, because the men's players have so much more following than the women do, right? Because
hold on, back up. So you're saying they generate just as much revenue?
Because it's the same, when you look at, like, for example, the media contracts, right? It's bringing in the same money that men's soccer and women's soccer brings in, to my understanding.
Correct.
Right? So, like, the support of the sport doesn't change. Like, the stadium is still filled with the same amount of people that it is when the men are playing and the women are playing, because people that just love soccer want to see soccer.
Right.
But then I'm a piggyback off of that, and I remember watching Jeff Teague's podcast, right? And he made a great point. He was like, "Look, man, I've sat front row at a WNBA game." He said, "It's empty in there. It's empty."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I don't care how well they produce it from a television standpoint." He said, "That arena is empty, man." So, how many eyes and how many fans are they bringing to the arena? You know what I'm saying? So that's a big part of how they manipulate. When I say they, I mean the media, how they manipulate the product they're putting on television.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. And I think we have a caller on the line. Casey, Dave. Is Dave there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
I'm upright and breathing.
Upright and breathing. So are we. Thank the good Lord on that. What you got for us, Dave?
Yeah, this is a bunch of nonsense. The men's the men's soccer team gets paid like twice as much more as the women's team does, and it's based on advertising dollars. Okay, this is how our economy works. Okay, all right. They don't have as many people watching women's soccer as the men's soccer. That's a fact, a stone cold fact. And the women players complain about it. Well, they're making very good money compared to your average American, it's based on viewership.
Right.
Look at the ratings. Look at the ratings of men's soccer compared to the women's soccer, and not only that, this might ruffle some feathers, and I might be old school, but that's fine. Men are better athletes. I hate to dial this in, okay? All right. This thing with like this trans swimmer at Penn State or whatever wanting to compete in the Olympics as a woman. They talked about this on Bill Maher yesterday, and it's just insanity. I want to see Mike Tyson declare, you know what? I want to fight Muhammad Ali's daughter. Okay, well, it could be interesting, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. Can people quit complaining about how crappy they got it when in reality they've got it pretty damn good?
So I like that point.
And you actually
Dave.
do have a good point, because looking at the 2019 World Cup, the women received 82.18 million views versus the men who received 1.5 billion views.
Yeah.
So it does come down to dollars and cents at the end of the day, and whoever's getting the most viewership is getting the most sponsorship. Whoever's getting the most sponsorship is getting the most money, and you distribute it from there.
And again, we just want to know why. So, Dave, thank you for calling in. We appreciate that. You were getting, Dave, you should have saw me here in the studio. I said, well, you said men are just better.
Right.
Hey, keep listening, Dave. We got some surprises for you down the road.
Listen, that's his opinion.
It is, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Harry, you're on the line. What say you, Mr. Harry?
Yeah, hey, I listen to you guys all the time. I enjoy yours. I don't know if this is a valid point, but I enjoyed the LPG, Ladies Professional Golf Association. Anyways, they don't have, and I don't know whether it's soccer or I know with the women's professional golf, they don't have enough tournaments come to Jacksonville, and I think that the exposure's got a lot to do with it. I don't know who would, create that, like with a basketball tournament or anything else. They've got to get more involved with the soccer tournaments, and because I enjoy watching the women play golf more than I do the men's tournaments. They're just more fun to go watch.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I watch a lot of women's golf on the Golf Channel.
And why is that? Do you think they're more skilled, or what is it?
He's going?
Okay, because I don't watch golf.
So I watch women's golf, and I think it's a sport where you just have to be skilled.
Mm-hmm. Like, so you appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it because I'm a golfer, right. But I'm not a really good golfer. But I love to watch the game. I love to play the game, and when I see skill, they're highly skilled.
Right.
So I really respect what they put into it in the product that they produce, but at the same time, there's a balance of, okay, I'm watching tennis. Can I really do what Serena does on the tennis court? I can't do that. So I really enjoy watching her play. But to, my man's point from last week, Randy, sometimes fans feel like they can do what the women do in basketball.
Right.
So I think it's all about the value of the entertainment that they're receiving and paying for.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I agree with that. Harry, we thank you so much for calling in. You brought up a great point. So my question to you guys is this. Is the lack of support that we feel, which is why we brought up this conversation from women's sports, is it because certain sports are seen as what men should be playing?
No.
Versus what women should be playing. No. Let me finish the argument.
Think it's that, though.
Let me finish the argument, because when you look at football, we support football for the banging, the sound of the game, the physicality of it. Women not supposed to be doing that. Women are not supposed to be. No. I'm just saying I'm not saying that. I'm saying, is it because we get behind men's basketball because we view that as what men should be doing, not what women should or can be doing?
No, I think the word should. I think if you take that out.
Okay, so put a different word in there for me then.
I would say track and field. You know what I mean? Like, I love watching track and field, Olympics. Now, you can say, should women be doing that? Like, to me, that doesn't have any value in this conversation. Should. Who's saying what a person should and should not be doing? That's your choice.
I think you're more so saying those sports that those women are playing, they're not being viewed because people don't look at them as women sports.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, and I'm not saying this. I'm bringing up the argument of it. Could that be the reason? So men, we know them to play basketball, right? When you go out across the country, most of the time grassroots, our parks are filled with what? Little boys playing basketball.
Yeah, right. But I think the next step with that would be, just say if a woman was skilled enough to play in the NBA or the G League, I think that would take women's basketball to a whole nother level, because the respect for a woman who's out there with men doing it will go through the roof.
Right, but they created that by creating the WNBA. And they technically just said, we believe women can do this. We just think they don't. We just don't think they could do it with men. So let's just give them the Women's National Basketball Association.
No.
And I'm not saying I'm just playing a little devil's advocate how some people could look at it.
I don't think you can look at that, because what Dave said about the trans, right? A trans female competing with women. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would disagree with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's been
I
a hot
disagree
topic.
with it for sure.
I totally disagree.
That's what I'm saying. That's a hot topic,
Yeah.
not only in sports, but in politics
So,
and dealing with kids.
Real quick,
Yeah,
just to
Casey.
chime in and add in. Okay, so you guys have been talking about media as well.
Yes.
Okay, so take into consideration your argument. Think about the spring league of football. That thing doesn't do well. It's failed miserably.
Right.
But those are men playing a sport. Why is it not? Because they're not marketing it enough. We don't care. It's almost kind of like we're like, I'm kind of tired of football, but we love football. But are we tired of football? Like, what's the reason? It's because it's not in our face.
I think just because it's not the cream of the crop.
Yes.
And people looking at it like, all right, so
Yes.
I'm watching again, and to your point, Casey, is on the back end of football too.
Right.
We've watched college football, we watched pro football. The spring leagues and those other leagues, it's just not the cream of the crop. Now, Cleo and I will watch it because there's people we know who play,
Hold on.
and we want to support them. But for the most part, we're not looking at it.
And we feel like
Wait,
it's a developmental league.
Right.
Because
It's
I
like
know
minor
the
league
purpose.
baseball.
Yeah, I know the purpose for that league.
It's like minor league baseball.
But the average fan, to Jerrian's point, is going to say, well, it's not the best players in the world.
Right. We're watching it because
Yeah.
we're supporting our people. I watch it then, but outside of that, I'm not watching.
Because honestly, I watch it because that's a path I took. Right. I was a guy that was developing to get to that point. So I know how important that league is.
So we're gonna go commercial, but I want people to come back because I got to dig on you because you just said something that I'm gonna get on you about. Y'all should see his face, but we'll talk about it when we come back. So don't miss this next segment, so y'all can hear what I have to say to Jerrian because he did something I don't think he caught, but it goes along with the conversation we're having. So. This segment is brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation. Contact them at 904-996-6922. And again, don't miss your opportunity to become a sponsor of this amazing sports show. We know that you want to hear your business being sent out over the airways during the Amateur's Edge Hour here on 1010XL. Give us a call if you're interested in sponsorship, 856-296-5108. You're listening to the Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5.
Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6922 or visit PremierPTJax.com today. Experience the Premier difference and take your first step towards a healthier, stronger you. Premier Physical Therapy, where Jacksonville comes to heal. PremierPTJax.com.
I'm Justin Nornduff, creator of DVS, a medically backed pitching development program designed to develop young throwers' arms safely. We are excited to be launching our Florida Development Center at B3 Better in Jacksonville. To celebrate DVS, we are offering a free virtual coaches clinic and also giving away 20 free team DVS and athletic assessments at B3 Better. To register for the clinic and your team's chance to win, go to b3better.com/DVS and secure your spot today.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision and equal opportunity employer.
Mia here. The Chiefs and 49ers are gearing up for an epic showdown in Las Vegas, and you have a front row seat with MyBookie. Whether you're aiming to cash in on the big game or just looking to have a good time with your friends, MyBookie brings a true Vegas experience straight to you. With a huge selection of pregame bets, you can wager on everything from the opening coin toss to the color of Taylor Swift's sweater. MyBookie is a platform that offers something for everyone. You don't need to be a pro to turn sports and pop culture knowledge into real cash in your wallet. Sign up, make your first deposit today using promo code 1010XL, and choose from a variety of welcome offers to find one that suits your play style. You have options. If you're itching for a sportsbook and casino that amplifies the thrill and maximizes your winnings, MyBookie is your MVP. You can bet anything, anytime, from anywhere, only with MyBookie.
If you'd like to see U.S. Border Patrol professional bull riders at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena February 23rd and 24th, text PBR to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
If you have had problems selling your home or haven't even bothered selling because of the problems that you would expect, here's a promise for you. Chad and Sandy of chadandsandy.com guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Simple as that, right? So if maybe you are worried about selling for less money, or maybe you want maximum equity from your home but not sure how, they have the answers, the solutions, the promises to take care of all that. Take it from Debbie in Orange Park. I was going through a divorce and needed to be close to family quickly. I was going to sell my home to an instant offer investor for $375, but I heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio and decided to call. Thank goodness. Chad and Sandy got me $45,000 more in just 3 days. Call the only agents we're trusting and recommending. Call Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. The number is 904-414-6200, or you can go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com.
Get ready for an extraordinary weekend at 1-to-1 Financial Ballpark. It's the inaugural Jacksonville College Baseball Classic, February 23rd to the 25th. It's Division I baseball at its best. Witness intense competition as Auburn, University of Iowa, University of Virginia, and Wichita State battle it out in a round-robin tournament format. It's a weekend of baseball you won't want to miss. To get your tickets and more information, visit jaxcbc.com.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA-certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off. And interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings on our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville, this is the Amateur's Edge. Brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
We're back.
Y'all know you like it.
We're back.
So y'all came back so y'all could hear my beef with Jerrian and Cleo, because he co-signed and he didn't say nothing, looking right across from me. But did y'all hear how Jerrian
you know he
said?
wasn't looking at you. He got glasses on.
I can see his eyes through them glasses.
I got my blockers.
Anyways, Jerrian made the point that they will watch, they meaning he and Cleo, knowing I'm sitting right here to his left, that they will watch and support the United Football League because they got people in it and they like that. And I said, Jerrian, you forgot about me over here as if I won't watch it, or as females in general. And that's the whole point of this conversation that we're having, the lack of support.
Well, my apologies.
It's okay. I accept your apology. Just don't do it again.
I won't. I promise I won't.
Just never forget that I'm in the room.
Oh, man, come on now. Come on now. Don't get in your feelings.
No, I'm not in my feelings.
Okay.
I'm just making the point. You know, we got to remember that women, first of all, we wouldn't be here without a woman. Right. And a man. Right. And a man. It takes we both got to be we both got to be involved to be here. Right. All I'm saying is the reason of the conversation is because that I think as a society we forget that women support and want to be involved in all the sports.
Right.
Remember that commercial back in the day, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
The commercial of if you can do it, I can do it better, or something like that. Do y'all remember that commercial?
Right. What about it?
It's that same concept. I think we need to bring that commercial back.
Well, I happen to think women look at football for a different reason.
Why?
I don't know.
Please,
we'll let Randy answer that question.
Please tell me.
We'll let Randy answer
Please
that
tell
next
me,
week.
because you can't group us all. I look at it because I love the game, and there are some women like me who love it for the game.
Well, I plead the fifth.
No. Don't be pleading no fifth.
Hey,
Yeah,
we ready.
we ready.
We always ready. Let's
Where y'all
go.
watching the
Amateur
game at
Edge.
tomorrow? Where y'all watching
Super
the game
Bowl
at?
picks.
I don't know.
What
know
we
yet.
got?
I think I might just stay
Come
home.
on, 49er fans, stand
Cleo,
up. Let's
he is
go.
so crumb.
Let's go. 49er
So I guess he's telling
fans,
us
stand
that
up.
the
Let's
49ers
go.
He's so crunk right now.
Better win some money.
Listen, we have had an amazing time with y'all today. I'm going to clear up my beef with Jerrian before next Saturday and come back. It is Black History Month, so however you guys are choosing to celebrate it, just celebrate it. And be happy, be whole, be well. We got a surprise for next week and the weeks coming, so y'all want to definitely stay tuned here at Amateur's Edge. We are your favorite sports show here on 1010XL.
Till the
Yes,
next time.
I said it. Until next time.